Hi guys, welcome back to the Tegiwa YouTube channel. Today we're joined by Matt and we've got our Civic FL5 behind us, and as you can see on the table we've got this Turbosmart Compact Supersonic blow-off valve that we're going to be fitting. Thank you to Turbosmart for providing this for us. Do you want to tell us a bit about it, Matt?
Yeah, so the factory recirc valve on the Civic Type R has got plastic internals and it's internally recirculating. This is a blow-off valve. It's sort of like a half and half. It vents the atmosphere and recircs it back into the intake. So you get the benefit of recirculation, which is less lag and no MAF problems. And you also get the sound that we all know and love from a turbo blow-off valve.
So why would you install one of these onto your car, Matt?
Well, so this one's got metal internals compared to the standard plastic, so it will take a bit more boost if that's the way you're going with the car. And also, like I say, it will give you a little bit more noise if that's what you're after. Yeah,
it retails at £194. It's available at Tegiwa.com, and it will fit the FL5, the FK and the FK2, so anything with a K20C engine, you can fit it. So I'm going to pass it over to Matt now. You can demonstrate how to take off the inlet tube and pop this onto your car.
So the standard recirc valve on the K20C is located right at the bottom here. So just where this, if you follow this vac tube here, it's that little part just down there. So to get to that, we've got to remove this intake tube here. So we'll do that first. So there's a 10mm bolt down here. You have the coolant line for the turbo bolted to it here and here, two 10mm again. The wiring loom is bolted with a couple of 10mm to the side of it, and then you've got some 12mm just here, and then the other side of that flange down the back, just bolting it to the turbo. So we've got the Infinity design intake on our FL5, so we just need to undo this clamp here. It's pretty much the same clamp as you would get on a standard one, so no difference there. So I'll whip that off, and then we'll get a better look at the standard recirc valve. Right, just a little tip, as you're going to be pulling this intake tube away from the turbo towards the driver's side of the car. We want to unplug this sensor here, like that, and the wastegate here, just like that. And then that'll let us pull this wiring loom out of the way, just so that we're not stretching anything and stressing any wires out. And we're also going to disconnect that vac line as well, just to make sure everything is as free as it can be, so we're not going to yank on anything. Have that. Okay, so now that the standard intake pipe is out of the way, we can see the standard recirc valve we're going to be replacing. It's got three 10mm bolts, one there, and then one just underneath that we can't see at the moment. So what's really going to help you out is a stubby spanner. That's going to make it a lot easier. Or small hands, which I don't have.
I do. I messaged Matt this morning to see what he was wearing so I could wear the same. I only wear what Matt wears.
Okay, so now that the three bolts are undone, the last thing to do is just to remove the vac line, which is just this part here. So it's just got this little clip on it. We'll be taking that off and then pulling the vac line up and off. So now that we've got the standard one out, you can sort of see how it works. It's just the vac line goes on here with the pressure from the inlet manifold, and if ever the throttle is shut, it just sucks that up, recircs the thing. So these plastic internals here are what I was talking about originally. These are the things that can leak / crack and break depending on your power level, how much boost you're throwing through it. That's what we're going to upgrade today with fitting the Turbosmart. If we have a look inside the box, we can see it's all nice and metal inside with a metal piston on there. It's going to be nice to install because it's got this slot so you can slide it in rather than have a little fight like I did with that one. This is an adjustable blow-off valve. What that means is you can adjust the spring pressure on the actual piston, so you can soften it up by turning this whole thing in. You can see that gap getting smaller and smaller, or you can loosen it off. So what we're going to do, there's a minimum setting. You can see sort of there's a groove starting to appear where the O-ring is. We don't want that. We want this cap covering the entire O-ring like that. So that's fully soft, and then you can wind it in. Turbosmart say to install it in the fully soft position, so that's what we're going to do. I've put a bolt in at the bottom there for this, and then we've got this slotted hole here. So I'm just going to feed this in from the underside. It is a little bit tight down here, like that. Slot that over there, and then that's it. It's ready for the other 2 bolts to go in. Oh God. So access is super tight on this FL5, but I'm using Turbosmart bolts that they supplied, which are some 5mm Allen key. How tight that is. Okay, so that's the blow-off valve now fitted. It is super tight, especially this bolt here. We did get it on eventually, but yeah, it took some fine finger work, to quote Dave. Yeah, so now we're just going to reattach that vacuum line and then refit the standard feed pipe from the airbox to the turbo. So once that's done, we can then road test the car and we can adjust that to be harder or softer depending on how the car reacts. So there's instructions for all of how to do that on Turbosmart's website.
So Matt's finally finished the install. How was it, Matt?
Yeah, it was okay, not too bad. It was a little bit fiddly, but it's obviously a lot easier once you get this out of the way. But yeah, we can start it up now and hear what it sounds like.
How long do you think it took to install? About half an hour-ish?
Yeah, something like that. I'd give yourself a morning for it if it's not something that you've done before. But you don't need any special tools or anything like that. 10, 12mm sockets and 5mm Allen key, and then just a flathead screwdriver for that clamp there.
And a whole bag of patience.
Yeah, some patience. And a magnet on a stick if you drop the bolt.
Let's start it up, and do you want to do the honours? So thank you for watching. If you do want to grab this blow-off valve, then do check it out on Tegiwa.com, as well as all the other FL5 parts that we do have on the car. Thanks again to Matt for fitting it, and yeah, like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Ciao.